Tonight, a hometown hero. That's the title given to one Cloquet firefighter after her life-saving work. Plus, virus plateau. Health officials say that's the case in Minnesota, and they're asking residents to step up to stop the spread. And in politics, taking on Wisconsin. The two vice presidential candidates are visiting the Badger State in hopes of gaining votes.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki. Tony is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. Saving lives and educating the community about fire safety. That has been the hard work of one Cloquet area fire captain. As CBS3's Emma Quinn found out, that hard work earned her a regional award and a heroic title.
A firefighter for 2 decades, Sarah Buse is credited for saving 5 lives just this past year as the Cloquet Area Fire Department's public education coordinator. That program, the Home Safety Visit Program, which she started from the ground up, earned her the Hometown Hero Award by the American Red Cross of Northern Minnesota. Through the program, Buse has helped install over 1,500 smoke detectors and visited 600 homes in the Cloquet, Scanlon, and Fond du Lac communities. Buse says the award came as a surprise and is humbled by the recognition.
Oh, I opened it up and I was pretty surprised to receive the award. Yes, I did not know this was happening, so they definitely caught me by surprise on receiving the award.
Buse says collaborating with the Red Cross has allowed the fire department to reach more people in the local communities. With Fire Prevention Week just a few weeks away, Buse says they are working on education opportunities, keeping COVID-19 in mind.
Thanks, Emma. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from the American Red Cross on why Buse was chosen for the award and how the home visit safety program has grown. But for now, let's check in with Dave for a look at the weather. Dave, we've made it to Friday. It's a long weekend for a lot of people, and we're going to get maybe a last taste of summer before some cooler temps come in.
Yeah, it's starting as a gorgeous weekend. So right now, let's cast our eye upon one of the longest trails in the Northland, Highway 53, taking a lot of people up from down south back home up north. And it's a gorgeous picture there along Highway 53. Starting to tower cumulus clouds, but still on the benign side. And thanks to high pressure, those clouds likely will be put down overnight. We're looking at a clear night tonight, which could lead to some chilly conditions. We start the weekend on the high and dry side, but we could finish on a showerier and cooler side here as that low pressure system takes over. So we fire up the forecast for the weekend, and it says clear and coolish tonight, lows in the 40s. Clear to partly cloudy for Saturday and a little warmer than normal at 72, and still holding on to normal Sunday, but a 40% rain chance comes aboard, and that may help sink temperatures as early as Monday. Cool enough next week for flurries. That's the rumor going flying around. I'll talk about if it's true or not in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Kamala Harris and Mike Pence will both be in Wisconsin on Monday. Democratic vice presidential candidate Harris will make her first campaign appearance on Labor Day in Milwaukee. Vice President Mike Pence is headed to western Wisconsin. He'll visit Dairyland Power Cooperative. The dual appearances come after President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden were in Kenosha just 2 days apart. Wisconsin is one of a few swing states that President Trump won by less than 1 percentage point in 2016. The lawsuit filed by rapper Kanye West demanding election officials place him on Wisconsin's presidential ballot will remain in state court. A U.S. district judge made the decision, rejecting the Wisconsin Elections Commission's attempt to move it to federal court. The judge said it's the proper forum for cases that apply to state law. West filed suit against the commission after it voted to keep him off the state's presidential ballot because he narrowly missed the deadline for filing nomination papers. Northwest Wisconsin health leaders are warning a recent wedding in Washburn is the source of a coronavirus outbreak. The wedding happened at the Harborview Event Center last Saturday. The Red Cliff Health Center says at least 4 people who attended the event have tested positive. Bayfield County Health Department is asking anyone who attended the wedding to get tested and to quarantine until they know their results. We spoke with staff at Harborview who were surprised by the outbreak. They told us fewer than 50 people were at the wedding. It was all outside, and they took strict precautions. The Red Cliff Band, along with Bayfield and Ashland counties, are still investigating that outbreak. The Bayfield Health Department has now issued a public health order. Gatherings of more than 100 people are banned, including meetings, concerts, and sporting events. There are some exceptions, including schools, hospitals, hotels, and polling places. Violations could come with a $500 fine. The goal is to reduce the spread of COVID-19. That order runs through December 4th. Minnesota's top leaders are urging residents to stay vigilant in the fight against COVID-19. During a conference call this morning, Governor Tim Walz, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and Health Commissioner Jan Malcolm said they're witnessing a plateau in new coronavirus cases as other states are seeing a steady rise or fall in those numbers. To put that in perspective, the state had a daily average of 482 cases on July 1st, with 3.3% of tests being positive. And now our average sits at more than 800 per day, with 5.5% of tests being positive. The governor wants to make sure Minnesotans are putting in the effort to stop the spread so businesses can stay open and students can return to school.
We've got work to do. We are very hopeful. We're asking Minnesotans to just stick with this a bit longer. Every day we do it, we're closer to a vaccine. Every day we do it, we learn more about COVID-19.
Leaders also encouraged residents to get a flu shot and urged people to be responsible over the Labor Day weekend. The federal government says we could have a COVID-19 vaccine in about 8 weeks, but some Minnesotans could get a dose within days. Health Partners is doing a local clinical trial with Oxford University and drug maker AstraZeneca, which makes us all wonder, when will we have a vaccine? Erin Hassanzadeh shows us where the science stands.
In this letter sent to all 50 states, the CDC tells health officials to prepare for a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as November.
We have to keep concentrating on the science.
Infectious disease expert Dr. Michael Osterholm is not convinced that's likely.
I think we might have data by the end of this year that could warrant the licensing of a safe and effective vaccine, at least for some groups. Surely it won't be for the general population. I can't imagine that for at least until next year.
Osterholm says we need more data on developing vaccines, and some of it will come from right here.
I know there's been a huge interest already.
Starting Thursday, Health Partners will test a vaccine on at least 1,500 people. 2/3 will get the vaccine, the other third a placebo. And it's double blind, so doctors and patients won't know who got the real thing.
Optimally, from a research perspective, we really want to focus on groups with higher risk of exposure or higher risk of likely developing severe disease if they do get a COVID-19 infection.
Researchers also want diversity in their pool, though some warn there's a reason the trial is happening here.
These companies didn't come here by accident. They came here because they recognize that we may actually be seeing a big increase in cases over the days ahead.
I hear people out in the community asking, what can I do to help? And I would say, hey, this is actually a very direct way in which you can help.
And now Minnesotans can help as the world races to develop a shield from COVID-19 and its grip on our lives.
Let the vaccines come as soon as they can, but not before their time.
Researchers say there's about a 0% chance of contracting the virus by taking this vaccine. If you take part in the trial, you'll have about 10 doctor visits over 2 years, and you will get paid. The NTSB released its preliminary report into a deadly plane crash near Ely 2 weeks ago. Twin Cities pilot Dr. Kyle Edlund died when his plane crashed into White Iron Lake the night of August 20th. The dentist took off from Ely Airport headed for Grand Marais. According to the report, the National Weather Service had issued a fog and mist advisory that night. The advisory called for instrument flying, something Edlund's plane was not equipped for. The report shows Edlund did not file a flight plan and had not obtained weather information before takeoff. Witnesses told the NTSB the plane dipped in and out of the clouds 3 times before crashing into the lake, indicating Edlund may have been disoriented. Well, today is move-in day for students at the College of St. Scholastica. The college welcomed first-year students and their families on campus with a festive welcome party adjusted for COVID-19. Drive-through check-in was available at the main parking lot, while moving in roommates had to coordinate with each other to maximize social distancing between families. Welcome festivities will continue throughout the weekend with activities and food. Students we spoke with today say they are excited about the school year despite challenges with COVID-19.
Can't have anybody in your room at all, even like people on campus. Can't, be in each other's rooms. Supposed to have masks on everywhere indoors, and if you're like outside and like you can't like practice social distancing outside, you have to have a mask. So they definitely have like a pretty well laid out plan, I'd say.
Students will return to class on Tuesday with a hybrid learning model in place. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, as many celebrate what's dubbed the end of summer, officials warn Labor Day weekend could turn deadly on the water if safety isn't a top priority.
Bittersweet to see those pictures of folks moving in for college. 36 years ago today, I did the same thing, coming down from Ely to Duluth in a 68 Dodge. 69, that's the high temp we got today. And tomorrow we could be closer to the average of 70, maybe even beat it a little bit before a cool down comes perhaps by Monday. We'll give you the details of the 7-day forecast in just another couple of minutes.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
Duluth Stove and Fireplace offers a full line of Finleo sauna rooms, sauna heaters, and sauna accessories. Visit us online at duluthstove.com or come see us at Duluth Stove and Fireplace at 27th Avenue West and Michigan Street and see your next sauna.
Wow, is that really me?
Here, I don't look 61 in 3 weeks. I have no wrinkles, no bags, and this is only because of Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Plexiderm is a wonderful product. I look at least 10 years younger.
It's a facelift in a jar.
The people you're watching have just seen themselves in the mirror for the first time since we applied Plexiderm to their problem areas. Their reactions are real, and so are the results from using Plexiderm. What's even more amazing is that it takes less than 10 minutes. Now you can watch your under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet visibly disappear for just $14.95 by going to plexidermtrial.com and taking the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
This is really good. This is, I'm going to fill my bathtub with this stuff and get the whole body this time. All these lines are gone. I feel like a new woman.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. At our $14.95 price, it's the best time to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself. So if under-eye bags make you look tired and older, take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge today for only $14.95. Just go to plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
In this challenging time, CBS invites you to come together for a live music event from 3 legendary stages.
I could use some country.
CBS.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Last couple of mornings have been a little bit on the nippier side around here, thanks to higher pressure trying to take over. This morning, no exception. Some chilly temperatures to talk about to start the day, especially around Hibbing, Chisholm, only 33 degrees. Or 39 degrees, Silver Bay 39 degrees, and that's got the train so excited that's to blow its whistle. Temperatures in the 30s. Well, temperatures in the 30s may come back again next week, and it may be cool enough and tangled with a low pressure system that from the Iron Ranges to the Canadian border a couple of mornings, there could be a couple of snow showers. It's a slight chance, it's a vague chance, but when we take a look at the 7-day forecast, I'll show you what days those are going to be. Don't get too excited if you're a snow fan, though. I don't think it's going to pay off with anything we can actually get out and enjoy, whether it's skiing or snowmobiling or what have you. Here's what we have at the airport right now. 67 degrees current temp, 47% for the relative humidity. Westerly wind going 13 miles per hour, and air pressure on the high side now at 1,017 millibars as a high takes over to start our Labor Day weekend. Current temps, low to mid 60s for much of the Upper Peninsula, mid to upper 60s for much of northwestern Wisconsin. We're taking a look at 66 to 69 over a good portion of that neck of the woods. And getting into Minnesota, well, we can see that things are around 61 towards Ely, 62 International Falls, mid-60s from Hibbing towards Grand Rapids. Low temps tonight probably are going to fall into the 40s for our region. Doppler map right now shows clouds being chased away from the advance of higher pressure and showers being chased away as well. So frankly, I think it's going to be dry tonight and the sky is going to be clear, and that's going to allow us to drop into the 40s for the most part. And of course, a few low locations like the Embarrass Valley might take another trip into the 30s. Higher pressure has us on Saturday. Will be high and dry and sunny and pretty mild with temperatures in the lower 70s for a lot of towns, which is a little bit warmer than normal for this time of year. But things start to change up a little bit on Sunday. Clouds go up Sunday from this low pressure system. We get about a 40% chance of rain, though Sunday's temperatures likely will stay near 70. Backside, though, with this cold front, by Monday, we drop into the 60s, and by Tuesday into the 50s, and another round of 50s, or actually 30s in the mornings after that, is where we get that slight chance for the flurries. So tonight in Minnesota, for the most part, I think we'll stay in the 40s with a clear sky. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, mid to upper 40s there with the clear sky. And for tomorrow, thanks to the high, clear to partly cloudy. Range of high temps goes about 71 to 74. Minnesota range of high temps 69 to 74 and slightly cooler by the lake. Partly cloudy sky of Saturday becomes partly sunny sky on Sunday, and there's that 40% chance for showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Then come Monday, we drop the temperatures to 60 for a high with a shower chance. And then it's Tuesday and Wednesday when we go back into the 30s, even here in the Twin Ports where folks up north could get that chance for the flurries mixed in with their showers overnight. But again, Kristen, don't get too freaked out. I know you love to snowmobile. This isn't it yet. Just decorative flurries we can chat about.
Yeah, I think I can wait for winter a little bit longer. Thanks, Dave. The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources says 2020 is leading up to be the biggest year for boating fatalities. So far this year, the DNR reports 13 deaths. Meanwhile, in 2016, 14 were reported. DNR officials told CBS3's Leanne Valdez they're worried 2020 could surpass that number this Labor Day weekend unless everyone does their part to stay safe.
Minnesota DNR says the lakes this summer have been extremely busy. Though they can't quantify if there are more boats out this year, what they could tell me is there's been an increase in motorboat and paddlecraft registrations, over 1,000 this year compared to 2019. The two most common causes of boating fatalities in the state are capsizing and falling overboard. Out of the 13 boat fatalities this year, the DNR says only 2 people were wearing life jackets at the time. DNR also says more than 10,000 people completed the online boater education safety course, compared with the annual average of about 7,000. Minnesota DNR Outreach Coordinator Lisa Dugan says there's a lot of boating season left, and people need to take into account that safety needs to be a priority in the water, especially as we get into colder water temps.
If you're by yourself on the water, if it's cold water, if you don't have a life jacket on, even if you're a great swimmer, cold water can incapacitate so quickly that you may not be able to put on that life jacket once you're in the water. You may not be able to pull yourself into the boat.
Dugan also says with the increased number of people out in the waters, there's also been an uptick in issued warnings for boating safety violations.
All right, thanks, Leanne. Well, meanwhile, those traveling on the roads this holiday weekend are also being asked to take extra precaution. Minnesota and Wisconsin state transportation officials are advising travelers to plan their routes ahead of time to avoid construction delays. Officials also ask that drivers follow basic safety measures such as wearing seatbelts, eliminating distractions while on the road, and to always be aware of emergency vehicles and work zones. Labor Day weekend is typically one of the busiest travel days of the year. Coming up in sports, the Twins in a matinee with the Detroit Tigers. Kelly has the latest coming up.
Up to 60% off on summer clothing and footwear from the North Face in Columbia at Northwest Outlet.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
It's Slumberland's huge Labor Day sale. Get this stylish, comfy sectional for just $9.98 and get the storage ottoman free, or an incredible price on the Sealy Posturepedic Queen mattress and free shipping with no minimum. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginneker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you got to leave it on for 30 minutes, and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on, and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Today we say so long summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel apple pie, and more delicious fall flavors than ever. Right now on the new DQ Fall Blizzard menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Incredible savings on mattresses during the big Sealy sale now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $99 or a luxurious Sealy Posturepedic for $9.99 plus free shipping. The big Sealy sale at Slumberland.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Get all the soccer highlights this week. For the first time this season, the crosstown rivals of Duluth Denfeld and Duluth East meet in boys soccer. Both teams coming into this one unbeaten. So pretty high stakes and pretty quiet for the first half. This thing would pick up in the second. Evan Tomczyk nearly puts East on the board, but he's denied by Dimitri Regas. Then later, Hunters with an opportunity. Keegan Chasty off the free kick, but it's Eli Kramer who jumps on the ball to keep it scoreless. Finally, with just 27 minutes to go, Greyhounds strike out the corner kick. Kai Hoffman heads it in for the goal. Hoffman's goal is the difference maker. The Greyhounds hold on for the 1-0 win. As of late, the Detroit Tigers have been known as the team responsible for half of the Minnesota Twins slump. Last week, the Tigers managed to pull off the 3-0 sweep against the then-struggling Twins, but that was then. This is now. The Twins are starting the first two of a 5-game stand with the Tigers this weekend. So why not get it going in the bottom of the first? The first shot of the game, the first at-bat of the game comes courtesy of Jorge Polanco. Takes Matthew Boyd 441 feet into center field for the solo shot. Jorge's lone hit of the day in 3 at-bats makes it 1-0 Twins. And why not keep it going in the bottom of the first? And the next batter, Josh Donaldson, sir, welcome back. Donaldson busts out a 374-foot solo shot off of his own to left field. It was 2-0 Twins. Not a bad way to spend the first 2 at-bats. Twins, that's all they would need to take game 1. They win 2-0 in the final. That was game 1. In game 2, they have it tied up at 2 apiece. And the Brewers also in action right now. They just began with the Indians about 10 minutes ago. We'll have highlights from both games tonight in the CBS3 News at 10. This week, the Vikings made a huge trade to shore up a gap on their defensive line, bringing in Yannick Ngakoue from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville had originally placed a franchise tag on Ngakoue worth $17.8 million, but he refused to sign it this offseason, publicly expressing his desire to play for a different organization. Minnesota soon became a desirable destination after they failed to re-sign longtime edge rusher Everson Griffin. Ngakoue's new 1-year deal in Minnesota is worth $12 million, meaning he left nearly $6 million on the table to play for the Vikings, but he says money was never part of the equation.
Well, money was never my drive coming into this business. It never has been my drive. I've always wanted to be just a great caliber guy, great quality guy on and off the field. So I just needed a fresh start, and Minnesota was one of the few teams that gave me an opportunity to continue to live out my dream. So I'm just appreciative of that, and I'm excited.
And yesterday was his first day of practice of this year, and their season opener is just 8 days away. The Washington football team has cut a running back that is very familiar to Minnesota Vikings fans. Adrian Peterson came to Washington 2 seasons ago, amassing a team-leading 1,940 yards and 12 touchdowns over that span. For his career, Peterson has 14,216 rushing yards and needs just 1,053 more to tie Barry Sanders for the 4th all-time. And he is 35 years old and apparently seeking a new team. So whoever's going to pick him up, that's probably where he's going to beat the record with.
Very familiar name for Vikings fans,
oh, yes.
for sure.
Many years.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, one Duluth man embarked on the journey of a lifetime this morning with just his backpack and longboard. Tonight at 10, we'll learn the heartfelt reason why he's longboarding from the top of the Mississippi River to the very bottom. Dave, what kind of weather is he going to have?
Well, it'll go all over the place, especially as he leaves our climate zone and gets into the humid subtropical area down towards Louisiana. But up here, we're looking at sunshine to start our weekend.